Like, this isn't your fight.
No, I'm not a sex offender.
Okay, good, right, never mind. I feel like we need to do a quick public service announcement then.
She's not fuckable anyway, she's my mum. Ghost trains.
What?
Ghost trains, lad.
What? Joe Rogan's been cancelled, so we saw a gap in the market.
It's weird being in a proper studio.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, there's money gone into this one.
Yeah.
We painted a wall in ours, and that was about as far as we went. And I sticky tacked some wires to the underside of a table.
And you did it well.
I fucking smashed it, to be fair.
Yeah. Cable management is not like a cool, sexy YouTube search.
Yeah, that's what I bring to the table. Cable management.
management.
My job's gone now as well. There's no content creation in it. All mine was just the cable management. You were like, fucking great job there, mate. And I was like, good joke, Liam.
Well, what do I bring to it, mate? I literally, like, when it came to painting that black wall, I literally made a mistake instantly and stained your carpet. Yeah.
Beth still hasn't forgiven you for that.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel like we need to explain what's happened. So basically, we decided we wanted to do a podcast, and we thought we'll do it out of my spare room, like you do, because that's where all the great start. And then it got to about 4 weeks later, and we'd spent £2,500, and then decided that actually
This is an option.
Yeah. The room was just way too small. If you've seen any clips that we've put out prior to this, then the room was just way too small and it wasn't going to work long term. So now we're here, and we've not managed to get much of our money back either.
Nope. In fact, none of it.
No, yeah. I mean, Amazon's not come through yet. I'm convinced the delivery guy just stole our stuff, but here we are.
Okay.
You got to spend money to make money and all. It was Hermes as well, actually, which I wasn't happy
I can't
about.
believe how much bigger this room is, though, compared to what we were dealing with. Like, it was so small. But you know what? We wanted to be self-starters. We wanted to do our own thing.
Yeah.
And then we realised we can't do shit, so...
Yeah.
Let's rent
So
off
our
people
good friends at Have a Word Pod said, listen, don't worry, we'll sort you out for the low price of... Redacted.
Well, it was more like, can we please use it? Can we please?
Yeah, I wish it was something other than, Adam, please.
But we're here now.
Yeah, we are here. And it's much better. We bought a shit plant, which has upset me a bit, to be honest.
I mean, at least we don't have to water it. Do you know what? We're that incompetent. I doubt it'll probably die.
Yeah, the fake plant is going to kill it. Yeah. I mean, it'd probably commit suicide. Runcorn Bridge isn't far from here. I feel like we need to do a quick public service announcement now.
Go for it.
Your family's pretty supportive, right?
Yeah.
Mine too. And we love the support. We really do. But stop it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel in the nicest possible way, you're not going to like the things that we say on here. And I don't want to get to like Christmas dinner. You know what I mean? And like, oh, watch the podcast. That was really good. Why'd you say that about my daughter? Nothing. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
Is this specifically your family or Beth's family too?
More so Beth's. I don't really have a family. But thanks for bringing that up, Liam. But yeah, I don't want to be sat around the Christmas dinner table, having to explain why my jokes were funny. You know what I mean? I do that enough.
I don't think you'd have to explain why they were funny. I think you'd have to explain why they're inoffensive.
Yeah. The worst part is they're not going to be true. I'm going to make so much of it up, but the stuff that is true, I'm going to tell you it's not true, even if though it is. So just turn it off. We love the support, but stop it. Like,
he doesn't want to spend Christmas Day convincing Beth's family he actually does respect her.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough. It's a hard enough sell as it is.
My family watch whatever you like. In fact, my mum will watch this, and you're going to slag her off on a regular basis. So please don't start right now.
It was you that told me she was ugly in a pilot episode. So
I didn't say she was ugly. I said
you said she wasn't fuckable.
I said she wasn't. She's not fuckable anyway. She's my mum. But she
was fit at some point, because that's how she had you. So.
Right, moving on. Mum, don't watch this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
He's just trying to put you off it. Who else could watch it? My extended family will not watch this. My nan does not know how to use their Wi-Fi, so say what you want about her, lad.
Yeah, I mean, for the best, really. Because we're probably going to say some pretty gruesome shit about her as well. So
yeah, I mean, I would rather us not, but...
Yeah. I mean, you can't have it both ways. Anyway, it's exciting though, isn't it? Like I said, we did like fucking 15 pilots and...
Well, we didn't have a fucking clue what we were... We had to learn how to use all the equipment, the camera, the microphones, the boom arms.
I still don't know.
I actually think a solid 2 recordings were just us wrestling with fucking boom arms. Didn't want to stand still.
I don't think either of us expected us to be doing it with each other either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So?
when I decided I wanted to do a podcast, I was thinking like Jimmy Carr or someone, you know what I mean? And then I've ended up
someone
like
sexually attractive.
Yeah, we didn't even know each other that well before we started doing this.
I mean,
I've just realised what you said, by the way.
And then I said that after you brought up Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, as if he's a fucking gold mine of
I'd smash him.
Yeah, the sex appeals through the roof with him, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, we are not like. I mean, you wouldn't put us together, would you? Really, if you met like either of us separately?
No, I think you're really laid back. I think I hate most things, so hence the name of the fucking the podcast. I come up with that if you can't fucking. He was going to be like spread love and positivity. I was like, it's not the vibe.
To call it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's good to be doing it with you though. I've not known you that long, which is exciting.
I wish I could say that, but can't yet. Give it time.
Good. Okay, yeah, I love the you're not making your opinions up too quickly. You know what I mean?
Episode
I like that.
1, mate. We got plenty of time.
I still remember one of the first times I met you. Actually,
go on.
Do you remember?
What the fuck did I do?
Do you remember? You didn't. I mean, you didn't do anything, but it was Ryan Gleason's Gong Show. Do you remember?
yeah, I know what you're on about.
And I nearly punched you in the face.
Deservedly.
Yeah,
It's not a word. Deserved. I give up.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. So, do you remember that night? Do you remember it well?
I remember it very vividly. In fact, it was probably one of my proudest moments since that.
Yeah. You're not going to have many more of them. Yeah. It upset me that night. I wasn't happy one bit. Basically, we did a Gong Show. There's a comedy club in Blackpool. It's a superb comedy club as well, and the guy that runs it is a diamond of a man. And he did a Gong Show. And if you don't know what a Gong Show is, free audience members will get a card. New acts will go up. They'll try for 5 minutes. If
they're usually volunteered to take the card, so they're the type of person that wants your hopes and dreams to die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if they think you're shit, they'll put the card up, and if all 3 cards go up, you get fucked off the stage. And I'd only been gigging. I don't know how long you've been. We started around the same time, didn't we?
I started like a couple years, about a couple years before you, but only did like a handful of gigs over a long period of time, and then I picked up and kept momentum around the same time as you. So we're like in the same comedy year, but I got held back.
Yeah. Such a good way of putting it. He was an underachiever.
Yeah, I'm the dumb fuck.
Yeah, you didn't revise enough.
I didn't.
But yeah, so we started pretty much the same time. We've been going about 3 or 4 months at that point.
Yeah,
and on the night I thought I hoofed it.
You did?
Like, it was great.
Yeah,
I was really pleased. It was one of the best I'd done at a gig. And then you're probably thinking, if you smashed it, why didn't you win? And we'll tell him why I didn't win, Liam.
Well, obviously because I did. I was on the same bill doing the same Gong Show. He didn't really have a chance to be
Tell them why you won, Liam.
I mean, he did actually do better than me. You've got to play the game, haven't you?
What was the game that you had to play?
The game.
I'm still fuming about this.
I had like plants in the crowd, like not on purpose though. Like, so one of the card holders and their mate had decided that they weren't going to vote for Aaron because everyone knows who was going through to the final and that I was their favourite. And the person who held the card had to go up in front of everyone with the back facing the comedians, and as the compere Ryan pointed at each of us, they'd have to like decide whether or not like who had the loudest round of applause. But what they did was look at their friend who gave them a quick gesture to see which one was me.
And I pride myself on my likability. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm a twat. You know, some people might disagree, and if you are, then why are you watching, you weird cunt? But like, I feel like I'm a nice guy. You know what I mean? So what fucking vibe did I put out that night where they were like, no?
I think it was just the vibe that I put out was a resounding yes, and you just couldn't compete with that. So basically, the game was rigged in my favour. I was shocked at it. So I didn't know this at this point. You tell me afterwards. I was shocked that I had won.
I'm still shocked to this day.
But like it's one thing. It's one thing winning a Gong Show like on merit, and it's another thing winning a Gong Show not on merit when your best friend in comedy should have.
But tell them why you won. What did you find out? This is what I'm trying to get out of you. You don't want to say it because of how ridiculous it is, how unbelievable it is. But
I think they fancied me.
Yeah.
I think they fancied me. When is that? Why is it who fancies me and not Aaron?
I mean, probably quite a lot of people.
I'm attainable.
There's a lot of reasons to lose a gong show, but your irresistibility, I'm sorry, it shouldn't fucking be one of them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that can go wrong on any given night where you're like, okay, maybe it just wasn't your night. Maybe you didn't do as well as you could have done. Maybe something you said on stage just didn't quite work. But your irresistibility should not be a reason why anyone's losing a gong show. I'm sorry.
If you've got it, flaunt it. That's what I say. And when I say I think they fancied me, I'm being very modest. I kind of know they do because afterwards they were telling me how they'd be because like the arrangement for the gong was if you won, you got like 50 quid prize, and then you also got to like open the
which could probably
gong.
buy that woman for the night. This is why I didn't win. I said this to them on the night. I couldn't.
then you get to open the next gong show, which was another 50 quid. So it was a confirmed £100. But the audience knew you were coming back to open the next show. So they were like, oh, we'll come to the next one. We can be your Blackpool groupies. And I don't think they are two words that should ever go next to each other. Blackpool and groupies.
No. I mean, I hope you told them to leave it. I'm all right, you know.
How can I turn away fans, mate? They might rig it and help me win the next one. I wasn't even in the competition. Sex appeal.
Yeah.
£100 as well. There's nothing better than having £100 in your pocket that you know is not rightfully yours.
Yeah. When you find a tenner on the floor or like a fucking old fiver in a pair of jeans. Like when you start in the washing out, yeah, it's the best feeling in the world. You know what's a bad feeling?
I've never found money in old clothes.
Winning but not winning. That's really. It's let's.
I enjoyed it.
I'm still annoyed, and I wanted to bring that up just so you know that I'm still thinking about it often. I feel like genuinely, I don't know where I'm gonna get stand-up wise, but I like to think I'll do all right. You know what I mean? And I feel like I could genuinely sell out Manchester Arena and still be irritated by that one night. Do you know what I mean? Just on principle, because you'll be fucking there that night as well.
And I'll be there that night.
You'll be like, crowd. As soon as I go on, you're like nudging me like, oh, do you remember when you lost to me?
Nah, mate, I'll be in the crowd. I haven't been held back a few more years from comedy going, I fucking beat the cunt.
Mate, I've got to get off. I'm doing a middle for fucking playing comedy. Which is, to be fair, he booked me for that today. I've heard the great gigs.
You've never booked me, please do.
Yeah. I don't think they're watching, mate. I'll be honest. Is anyone?
My mum, who you're going to insult most likely.
Yeah.
That's who's watching.
It's probably not best practice to insult the only people that will be watching for the first year, I guess.
I mean, they might come. I might keep them coming back, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what my logic was behind that, but
no, I don't either.
My mum's just supportive. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. The reason I bring up the Blackpool Gong, though, is because you recently found you had a taste of your own medicine, didn't you, recently?
Yeah.
So the same guy that opened that night in Blackpool, to be fair, he got held back a few years as well. He's just
nice. Do you know what? He's a great actor.
I love him. I genuinely, and I'm so glad he beat you. Yeah, I love him more in spite of that now. I love him more because he did that.
We did a gong show. I did a gong show, sorry, like last week. I haven't done one in a couple of years. I've kind of like, we don't really do them anymore. Like,
oh, look at you, soz lad.
No, I don't mean it. I don't mean to be.
We're above them. We're above them.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. It's not that. It's just that like they really are for when you're just starting, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Like, and I think that if you are like starting to break into like paid work and pro lineups, it's not fair because like it's for new people. It's
not fair because of how good you are.
That's not.
And also the sex appeal. You know what I mean? The sex appeal that he has. Also that. Because you were looking at all those other acts going, look at these peasants.
That's not what I
look at these peasants. That's what you said to me after.
I mean, it is what I said afterwards. No. So like, I there's a new progression pathway through that club. I did the gong show and I was so close to winning. I came second. I got beat by a mutual friend who is.
I like him more so since that day.
He's just basically made me hurt because he's just relived his past trauma.
Yeah. I feel like I've got PTSD from it. It's
second place is just first place loser.
First loser, yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I feel very first, the worst, second, the best. Joe, when you were a kid, and you tried to just make yourself feel better every time you lost. Yeah, I'm dining out on that now.
My feelings are really hurt.
Yeah, it's fine though. It's fine. We're coping. And we're not holding any grudges, is it obvious?
I'm not coping. Did you just see how much I struggled to make that diplomatic?
Yeah. The only reason why I'm doing this with you is because, keep your enemies close.
You said about finding money in your pants when you put them in the wash. Is that something that genuinely happens to you?
I mean, sometimes. I was so relieved when they switched to the plastic notes.
Yeah.
Is it plastic?
They survive a wash.
Yeah, they survived the wash. The amount of times I've been ironing fucking £5 notes and like trying not to rip them and putting them on the... Yeah, man. How fucking privileged is your life that you don't...
Oh, it's not privileged. I'm just that much of a fucking cheapskate that I know where every fucking penny is.
Oh, yeah, fair.
I can't afford to lose.
I used to hide... I'm not fucking kidding. I sound like such a dickhead. I used to hide money in my bedroom and then just forget it existed.
The fuck,
and
did
then
you not trust the banks or something?
No, it wasn't like under a mattress. Do you know what I mean?
Tinfoil hat on at what age?
yeah, and the earth is flat. What about it? But yeah, it wasn't anything like under the mattress. I would like actually hide it. Like I'd put it in a sock or something. And
why?
But then when I find it, it like makes my month. You know what I mean? Like I just put like 20 quid somewhere. Like, I didn't have a lot going on. You know what I mean?
That's a novel savings account, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I do not want my notes smelling of your feet. I mean, I don't know why they'd smell.
I mean,
of
they'd
your
be
feet.
in the clean socks.
Oh, I thought you meant why you were wearing them.
What? No.
You're hiding them on your person.
Are you, Aaron? I wondered why you had a limp. It makes sense now. Because I'm walking around with £1 coins.
You've got to roll the pound coins up your ass.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything like that. I just like I'd hide it in like the back of a drawer or something, and then I'd be cleared it out one day. I'd be like, fucking hell, 50 quid, that's mint. Now I can eat this month. You know what I mean?
50 quid? What were you eating?
Fucking stuff. I wasn't prepared for a follow-up question, to be honest. But yeah, man, did you never do that? Did you know?
Nah, man, nah.
Oh, I do some weird shit. I sometimes, up until I got with Beth, because she fucking would crucify me if I did it. But I used to set an alarm for the middle of the night, so it'd wake me up, and I'd discover I've got like 3 hours to sleep. You know what I mean? I'd set an alarm for 4 a.m. Because how good is the feeling when you wake up in the night and you look, it's 2 in the morning, you're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to oppose you.
Yeah,
but I completely
you can't.
get that. I back that place so
much.
Mate,
I did it so often.
It's no greater feeling, especially if you feel like it's the morning. You're like, oh, I'm not ready to get up yet, and you just see that time, and you're like, thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
Back down.
Yeah, I used every night 4 a.m. set my alarm. I've got 3.5 hours left, so I've got to get up. Mate, best fucking feeling ever. I would genuinely go back to sleep and have a wet dream after it. Most nights. Like,
Do you wake up okay in the morning?
I'm not a morning person, if that's what you're asking, but I'm alive. If that's, I don't know what you got to frame your questions a bit better. Like, are you okay? Like, do you find it easy to get up?
That's what I mean. Do you find it easy to wake up, or is
no?
it like
I'm pretty sure
I have a snooze button problem. I can't stop pressing it.
Yeah, no, I'm really bad with it, to be honest. Like, I would so often be late for work. Yeah, like it was a big problem. But like by like 3 minutes, you know what I mean? I wasn't like 9:30 taking the piss late. I would just like, sometimes that happens because it does, but like it would more often than not be like, oh, I'm 4 minutes late again, because I just feel like I'm too autistic. I get so much done. I'll see 9 minutes before I've got to leave, and I'll be like, right, I can make some eggs, and I can have a shower, and I can wash my car, and I'd do all of that, and then be like, fuck,
why the fuck am I running out of time?
Yeah. I'd get out of the shower and I'd have 1 minute left, and I'm like, how is that possible? My eggs not even done. Like,
and you're saying like you were 3 minutes late, as if that's not a big deal. It's only 3 minutes. But cumulatively, like
yeah, that's the full working day. I was fully taking the piss. I was self-employed as well. I was cheating myself. You know what I mean? The only loser was me. But yeah, man, I do loads of dumb shit like that, like setting an alarm. Have you got any fucking stupid habits? I mean, I know I'm putting you on the spot, which isn't ideal.
Just existence. The stupidest habit I have is probably the snooze button. It's not setting multiple alarms. I don't set multiple alarms. I roll the dice. I take a chance. I live life in the fast lane. So you're saying that you put multiple alarms on. You're preparing for it. I don't. I'm an optimist. Every morning I'm like, today's the day. I'm going to get up at the time that I set out to. I'm setting my alarm for 6 o'clock. I'm not starting work till late. I'm going to have 2 hours. I'm going to write. I'm going to get a shower. I'm going to have a nice breakfast. And then I just press snooze repeatedly, hoping that I don't accidentally turn the alarm off, which has happened several times, and I never learned my lesson.
The amount, no, I know what you're saying, because the amount of midnight epiphanies I have, I'm like, I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to change my room around, I'm going to put that wardrobe there. I'm going to put that chest of drawers there. And then I wake up in the morning, I was like, fuck that wardrobe.
I convinced myself of anything to stay in bed.
Yeah,
Do you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, you don't need 2 hours, lad.
Yeah.
Get another hour. You know what you could do? Sit up and set the alarm to go off in another hour. No, I'll just press snooze for 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, 5 times.
Yeah, I can't stand. I've seen it on TikTok, and I believe that it's probably true. Those people that are like, if you want to wake up well in the morning, you have to hear your alarm and jump out of bed. And you know what I mean? Like you jump out of bed and then you just don't get back in it and you face the day. And I'm like, I cannot think of anything more unrealistic. I could have 117 hours sleep and I would still not get out of bed that easily. Like I could be in a coma and I'd be like,
I couldn't jump out of this chair, let alone out of bed for laying down.
Yeah, after a 10-hour sleep.
You're right. You're completely right. Maybe that's the way to do it, but fuck off.
Yeah.
Stop telling us how to live our lives. I'm going to press snooze and I'm going to moan about it.
Yeah. But apparently that's the reason you feel like shit, because you've staggered.
I feel great. Don't tell me I feel like shit.
Imagine you do it tomorrow and you realise you've actually unlocked a new deeper you. You know what I mean? And you're just like, you're so productive and it's amazing.
That's not going to help this podcast, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. Please
if
don't
I
do
become
that.
Zen,
Yeah.
start meditating.
Yeah,
It all
man.
started with the artificial plant.
Yeah. But what you realise is you were living an artificial life, and you need to become more real and more you.
New year, new me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's February.
Yeah, you're a bit
fucked
just like your fucking mornings. You've got there a bit late. You know what I mean? Oh, fucking hell, man.
Do you know, I didn't put it. I know this is not good for editing purposes, but I haven't put a timer on or nothing, so I don't know how long we've done. After
Yeah, it's a bit fucking worrying, actually, isn't
that
it?
would have been a good idea.
Yeah, we'll just fucking. Well, you've made it arcs now.
I have now.
You have. I guess I feel like we should have a break now.
Okay.
We're fucking whizzes at this, by the way. The production quality off the charts, I think.
We are paying by the hour. Wrap it up.
That's fucking true. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for downloading the podcast. Listen, if you are watching on YouTube, please do us a favor, drop the video a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It really does help more than you think.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or anywhere that you get your podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. If you think we're worth less than that, just don't rate it. Don't be a nib end. Don't be a Karen. Do one.
And if you wouldn't mind, give us a follow on social media as well. It's at Spread Negativity Pod on absolutely everything, except for Twitter, where it's at S Negativity Pod, because Twitter is a gobshite, and we didn't realise that was a character limit until we decided on the name. So fuck you, Twitter. Let's get back to the episode.
I went to see the new Jackass film the other day. Were you ever a fan of Jackass?
I watched it a bit. You know what I mean? I watched highlight clips on YouTube and stuff. Like I've never watched the movie. I find it mind blowing that they have movies. It's just like an hour long YouTube video.
It pretty much is.
Like
Jackass is YouTube before YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen a few bits on Comedy Central and stuff, and like when they've put them on TV, I've just been scrolling through. But it's like you've been framed for Americans, isn't it? It's just fucking.
I just don't get like. I mean, I'm happy. I enjoyed it. Just spoiler alert, I enjoyed it mainly because I watched them when I was a kid and there was like that nostalgia and stuff. But mate, they're like fucking 40. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same as these young whippersnappers. They're fucking 40 and they're risking their Johnny Knoxville's hair goes from like it's filmed out of sequence,
right?
So you're getting like. It's split by stunts, so you get one stunt then the next stunt. You can tell it's filmed out of sequence because sometimes Johnny Knoxville has jet black hair, and other times he has grey hair. Yeah. And I don't know whether it's because of age or because of the shit that the movie's put him through.
Yeah. Now they're getting old, they have like very different levels of risk in the games. Like, is the risk like having a drink before bed? like is that where they're at now? Just like
going to sleep without taking the teeth out and make it like seeing whether or not they choke on them overnight.
Cheese past 7 o'clock. Like, it's a bit more tame this time round, but you know it's the best it can do.
Mate, they do not pull any punches. It is insane. There's a lot of stuff to do with animals, which is kind of questionable. They have the obligatory no animals were harmed in the making of this film.
Steve-O was on it though.
Yeah, Steve-O was on
it.
it.
And he's like obsessed with animals. Like he's all like fucking sea life can go to hell, which is fair, but
they've got like
SeaWorld, not Sea Life. Sea Life is just where the fish is. That's not quite as fucking dangerous.
Sea Life Blackpool is quite dangerous, actually, if you look at the surrounding area.
Yeah. But I was more thinking, like, I called it Sea Life. Like, the fucking goldfish is having a fucking nightmare. I don't think it is.
Not SeaWorld like Shamu.
Yeah. SeaWorld is what I meant, where they've got that fucking tiny whale in the tiny... Well, not tiny whale, that massive whale in the fucking tiny tank.
Yeah, that goldfish in Sea Life is having a boss time, mate.
That
got loads of space.
Massive whale in tiny tank. Say that 10. I can't even fucking say it now.
Massive whale, tiny tank, massive whale, tiny tank, massive whale, tiny tank.
Enough.
I've smashed it.
Enough.
I have actually smashed that.
Oh, DPML.
There's a lot of like animal, like they put them in situations where they have to deal with animal bites. So like one of them has to kiss a snake, and the snake's like, obviously the snake's fucking terrified. It's got some adult going like towards it, and the snake's biting the lip, and you're seeing it like zoomed in. Do you know, on slow motion?
Sorry to cut you off. I find it hard to believe that the snake's terrified.
Would you fucking not be? The snake's tinier than him.
I don't care. I hate shit like that.
If you had a giant in your face going, "Giz, lad," you'd shit yourself.
No, I disagree. Because everyone always says like about spiders, oh, they're more afraid of you than you are of it. Fuck off, no. Yeah. And do you know how I know? I'm thought about this a lot. Do you know how I know that a spider's not afraid of me as much as I'm afraid of that?
Go on.
Because a spider has never seen me and lobbed a shoe at me. Like, that's never happened. So that's how do you know what I mean? Like, there's no way on God's green earth that it's just it's just not. It bothers me because I'm such a shit house. Have you got any fears like spiders and shit?
Ghost trains.
What?
Ghost trains, lad.
What?
I will watch. It's my only fear. I will watch any horror film and I might jump and stuff, but I'm not too scared to watch it. I will go on any roller coaster, like the maddest shit, and I will love it. But if you combine those two things, in fact, lower the production quality, put me on the shittest ghost train, I freak the fuck out and I can't explain why. Farmageddon is not an option for me. Would not do that.
I don't even know what Farmageddon is, but I don't even want to talk about that. You're scared of ghost trains, the thing that they let 4-year-old children on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, kill yourself.
Shit jumps out at you. Fuck that. Well, it's like when you're watching the horror film, you know that it's not going to actually get you, but when you're on the ghost train...
All right, so just on the off chance Blackpool Pleasure Beach tries to go a little bit rogue one day and it gets you.
Yeah.
They don't get you on the ghost train either.
Yeah, but I don't want some creepy,
if anything,
greasy cunt touching me.
Why? Who's on your ghost train? It's all a motorised like thing. There's not like random bit... You think the ghost train is walking through Blackpool at night time? That's what you think it is. That's your idea of the ghost train.
I've seen some spectres on the streets.
You think the ghost train is the train in Blackpool? You sound so middle class. I hate you. You've upset me.
Well, that's my fear, man. You asked the question, that's your answer, ghost trains. Do you have any... So are you actually scared of spiders?
Oh my God. Like, to a level that is... I cannot put it into words. Like... unbelievable.
There's a scene in this Jackass film, right, where two people go head to head and they put like a fish tank over each of their heads with a tube in the middle and put in the center of the tube a massive tarantula.
Fuck off.
And they have to blow it to the other side.
No. I cannot even stress to you the degree to which that I would be so far away from that spider.
Just watching it, is that enough to get to you?
No. See, I'm weird. I don't,
fuck everyone else.
No, what it is, I genuinely... People might be able to relate to this. I don't know. But Beth sort of gets it. But I'm fascinated by the stuff that I'm scared of.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So, like... I'll watch videos of spiders and stuff on YouTube. Not like fucking get a hobby, you know what I mean? It's not like every day.
What would you do if you caught me watching videos of ghost trains? There's just a bunch of fucking kids on it. You'd think I was a nonce before. No, I'm just trying to conquer me fear.
Yeah, the Blackpool ghost train point of view. Like, you're just like... Oh, it's a good bit, this. It's a good bit. Oh my God. Yeah,
so
no,
you're
I'm
doing
fascinated.
Basically self-exposure therapy.
Yeah. I'm just fascinated by stuff. I'm scared. Like, I'm scared of heights, so I watch a lot of the fucking parkour videos. Like, if they come up and... Like, do you know, like, some people, like, they're scared of something, and if they were scrolling through TikTok and it came up, they'd be like, nope, and they'd fuck it off. I will watch it for that reason.
When you say parkour, do you mean like those, like, mad, like, Russian ones where they're on the top of skyscrapers just fucking...
No, when a child jumps off this table. What do you think I mean?
I mean, there's levels, isn't there? There's fellas who do backflips off leisure centres, yeah? It looks sick, but I'm not scared for you. But if you're fucking dangling off the Moscow equivalent of the Empire State Building, and all you can see underneath them
you could just say a crane in Moscow. The Moscow equivalent of the Empire State Building.
It's a crane because it's not been fucking built yet.
I mean, what are you trying to say about that? I mean, Russians work harder than anyone. What are you trying to say?
I wasn't trying to say anything, and now I'm panicking that you...
Because I'll feel so stupid. Okay, good, right. Joe, for some reason, when you say something, you're like, I've just doubted everything I've ever learnt.
But you know what I mean? When there's like only cloud beneath them.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even scared of heights, and that shit fucks me up.
When you see the video of the guys, where they've got to change the fucking light bulb that's in the sky. Have you seen those before? No. Have you not seen them? So there's like
a light bulb in the sky.
No, yeah. Fuck off, mate. Is that what that's called? Mad. No, there's like I think it's something to do with like fucking like planes and shit like that, and it's so fucking high, like way above the clouds, and it's got like little rungs the whole time. I'll show you after we've done with this, and it's just there's a light bulb there, and it's got to be changed like twice a year, and it's someone's job. They get like 80 grand a year to change it twice a year.
Is that all hazard pay? Is it? Is that like £79,800 hazard pay?
Yeah. And £10 an hour.
200 quid just for the actual job.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. You see TikTok videos like GoPro footage of them doing it, and
like, is it this fuck-off light bulb with the upper ladder like that, or is it just a little...
Imagine you got to the top and you'd forgot it. You'd be like, fuck's sake.
You dropped it.
Yeah. Fucking hell, that's brutal, that. Just the biggest fucking light bulb drops in the centre of fucking nowhere. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Oh, you shit yourself,
yeah.
Mate. Fuck that.
Oh, man. But yeah, I'm fascinated by the things I'm scared of. Like, really am. Like, I guess it's probably a good thing because it means that I might one day get over it. Like, I used to go to theme parks and I would never, ever get on anything.
Oh, really?
And then last time I went, I got on absolutely everything in Alton Towers except for the stuff that had too big of a queue. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that we couldn't get on that day. Yeah. But I went on everything, man, and I've been like 4 times. That was the first time where I went. I was so brave, you know what I mean? Like I was so proud of myself. Yeah. I really put myself at risk.
So you have a really, really troubled life, my friend, and I'm glad that you've overcome your fears.
Yeah. I mean, it's mad because I've actually had quite traumatic experiences, but yeah. The thing that sticks with me was the time I went on Oblivion.
You're not proud of surviving, yeah. You're proud of fucking getting on Oblivion.
Yeah.
Oblivion is sick though, to be fair, but fuck the ghost train. I'm not going on that. Yeah. Is there even a ghost train in Alton Towers? Wouldn't know.
I don't know. I was too busy on the fucking big rides because I'm a real boy.
Well, the big rides don't actually bother me. I love them. In fact, it's kind of disappointing because I don't get a thrill much.
In fairness, there's nothing really that big at Alton Towers. That's why I think I went on it. They have like some sort of rule, which I found out quite recently. I'm such a fucking nonce. This is what I mean. Like I look at stuff that I'm like scared of and fascinated by.
You were looking at the fucking the plans of the fucking roller coasters,
to be fair,
checking the structural integrity.
Yeah, giving it a little knock like when you kick the tires.
Whistling, walking past it.
Yeah. No, I just seen a TikTok video and apparently they've got like some fucking there's a rule where you can't have them over a certain height because people in the surrounding area will be able to see them from their houses, and that's not allowed or some shit, so they can't be higher than the trees.
Oh really?
So they're not that high, but
I
the
think
big
they
one
are those. They still kind of are.
They're not higher than the trees.
No, I mean, but they're still...
Oh yeah, they're still pretty high. They're just not the big one in Blackpool, which can get all the way in the bin. Like I honestly don't think I'd ever do it. Like I don't think
because you don't trust the staff with your health and safety.
No, it's nothing because I went on everything else.
It's so much it's shitter than all the rides in Alton Towers, like the big one. It's really not that thrilling, a roller coaster.
I just don't know how you can be scared of heights and willingly go on something called the big one. Like
I'm not scared of heights. The idea of being unsecured at a height does freak me out a bit. Like, you know, the movie Free Solo. I was anxious as fuck watching.
Never seen it.
It's just basically like a guy climbing like a rock face in Yosemite, like bouldering, but with no harnesses or nothing, and it's insane. It's actually a really good documentary. It's worth a watch, but it's anxiety inducing. Zero fucks given.
I've never seen it.
It's impressive stuff. Like, but the thought of being unsecured, but like being secured and shit.
Unsecured. I don't even know if that's. I don't think that's a word.
Well, I can't say insecure because that has other connotations, doesn't it?
Yeah, makes you feel like you're really sad about your weight.
Well, I am.
Yeah. I mean, that's for another day. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm trying to get over my fears more and more, but spiders are the one where I'm just like, nah, fuck that, mate.
Oh, mate, well, there's a scene in that Jackass film where the same spider thing, the loser, their penalty, they put the tarantula on their nipple and get it to bite, but you see the shot again, slow motion up close, and you know the curved fangs, you see them hook in like that. It was a good experience in the cinema because everyone was just disgusted.
That felt hacky. I'm soz. That did feel hacky. It was fingers, they were curved. It's just
yeah. I mean, to be fair,
felt hack. I'm big
no matter
sauce.
how low hanging the fruit was, it was ripe for the picking, and you picked it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What is your biggest fear then? Like, 'cause I know we're fucking dragging this fucking conversation out, but I want to know.
I was being serious. It is actually ghost trains.
Is it actually ghost trains? Like, would you never get on them?
No, I will, because I like to try and I like to try and conquer the fear, but it genuinely makes me severely anxious. Yeah. Whereas most roller coasters and rides and stuff, I don't really feel anything queuing up for it because I'm not scared. Like I
feel nervous before roller
though,
coasters and stuff. But like, and especially when it straps you in and you're in. You know what I mean?
I don't get that anymore.
I was so bad with it at one stage. Like I actually queued for the Oblivion for like 45 minutes and then just didn't go on it. Like yeah, man. Like a fucking.
But that's the release of the thrill is what makes it worthwhile.
Yeah.
They win. So you just built your mate. That's like fucking wanking for 45 minutes and not coming at the end of it. What are you doing to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, you have to make it so blue all the time. It's so disgusting. But yeah, no, you are right. It was the biggest waste of time, and my friends went on it as well, and I just fucking held the bags like some sort of like just like a fucking mum, just like holding the bags like a.
Oh, no, did you make it out that you were taking one for the team? Like, oh, there's nowhere to put the bags. The bags won't be safe. Don't worry, boys. I've got
always
this.
Somewhere to put the bags. They literally have fucking crates.
No, I know that. But I'm just saying.
You're trying to make me feel better about myself. No, I owned it because I'm a real man. I'm not real enough to get on the roller coaster, but I'm real enough to admit that I was scared.
Like, I'm terrified of the ghost train, but I'll still get on it.
Is the money... I mean, it's ridiculous because there is. Like, I hate when someone's like, oh, no money alive could make me do something. Like, I absolutely could. I think I'd kill you for the right amount of money. Like,
yeah, I'd probably kill me for the right amount of money.
But is there enough money that you could get on the ghost train?
No, I will. I'll get on it, but I just shit myself.
It's not a real fear then, I don't think. Because with roller coasters, like I'm scared of them, but I know that I'm probably going to enjoy it. Like, I've not been on a roller coaster where I've gone, I'm not getting on that again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know it's worth it, but there's no benefit to holding a spider.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get you there. Like, I suppose
I don't know why
maybe
I'm projecting on you.
No, I get it, because I suppose it was a fear when I was younger, and I've overcome it to the degree where I can get on them. But I'm just saying that the fear I have for them actually makes it quite thrilling, as opposed to a massive roller coaster that I'm not scared of. But I don't have anything I'm like particular, like I'm frightened of, or I won't do other than lose weight.
Yeah, cardio, my biggest fear. I just won't do it. No money alive will let me to do it.
Stairs, fuck 'em.
Fucking hell, man. Okay, good stuff. Well, I feel like we've led quite easily into the questions based on that one.
Yeah, I do. I've got a question I want to ask.
We've got a question. Basically, what we're going to do every single week, we're going to prepare a question for each other, and we're just going to go off the answers, basically. They're not going to be fucking boring questions. We're going to try and make them interesting, and we're going to see what the other person has to say about it. So please send them in, actually. It's probably a good time to plug that. We've got an email address. You want to send some stuff in. It's spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com. I can't even remember it, so soz if you can.
We'll make it appear here with
we'll put it in the
editing magic. And by we, I mean Aaron.
Yeah.
Good work, mate.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate you. But yeah, spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com, and just send us in the questions that you want answering, I guess. Right. Like, why is there another group of white guys, or a couple of white guys making a podcast? That would be a great question, I think. Basically, what's happened is Joe Rogan's been cancelled, so we've saw a gap in the market. So pretty soon we're going to bring people on that are educated, and we're going to tell them why they're wrong. Which is his whole fucking... that's his modus operandi, I guess. His MO.
I don't really know much about what's gone on. I'm really interested.
He said words you can't say in a lot of his episodes.
Okay.
I think, and then people have dug it out and told him why you can't say it. But
once again, white guys who don't have all the information, but we're happy to share our opinions online.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I did see was his apology, where he goes, I made the podcast like 12 years ago. I didn't really know what I was doing then. He's 54 now. He was 42. I think he was 54. But he was in his 40s when he started it, and he's tried to go, I was a kid. I didn't know what I was doing.
But, right. not that, like I said, I don't really know anything about it, but just to play devil's advocate to that, think about how much of a dumb fuck you were 12 years ago.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
How old you were 12?
Bow out. Don't play devil's advocate for racism.
No, I'm not.
Like, this isn't your fight. This isn't your fight.
I'm just saying, I was a dumb fuck 12 years ago, and I'm sure 12 years from now, I'm going to think I was a dumb fuck now.
Yeah, I was. You're
fuck
right.
you, Joe Rogan.
I wasn't saying the M word. I wasn't.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, that's what I said before. He was saying the words you're not allowed to say. Why am I saying it like this?
There's a bunch of words you're not allowed to say. I don't know specifically.
Yeah, the worst one.
Okay, yeah. Moving on. Question time.
You absolute shithouse.
In no way
I love how you were just fucking backing him up when you didn't even know what you done. Like a fucking typical white man.
Yeah, we don't have all the information, but we're happy to share an opinion.
Yeah.
So my question for you, my friend.
Okay, good stuff. Let's hit me.
Is if you were the ruler of a country, where would it be and why?
Did you plan this before today?
I've thought of it. Yeah.
Oh, look at you doing prep. I like it. Okay, good stuff. This is just for the first episode only. The rest of it we'll wing it. We're just trying to get you on side early. Okay, ruler of my own country
and why?
Why or what would I change? Because I've got
why that.
I don't want to be a ruler of any country. It seems like graft, but I've got things I would change about certain ones.
Like,
I'd burn Hull to the fucking ground for a start.
Hull's not a fucking country, you dickhead.
England, and I'd burn Hull to the fucking ground. This is why I'm not going to be the ruler of a country, because I don't know that Hull isn't its own. It's its own.
Don't be burning Hull to the ground. This is one of the only fucking comedy clubs
that'll book you.
That'll book me. Keep booking me, Big Lou, at Comedy Lounge. Fucking, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I should probably start with the ones that don't fucking book me, to be honest. Get rid of those. No, because to be fair, if we do that, then the ones that will book us start getting the ones that everyone else books. Do you know what I mean? Like the acts that are better than us, most of them.
So you're still going to be a stand-up comedian when you're the ruler of England, when you're going to be the Prime Minister?
I don't want to be the Prime Minister. I know that's a really boring answer, but it seems like graft.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I could not be arsed fucking mediating. Do you know what I mean? Because whether you're Tory, Labour, whatever, half the country wants you dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not your problem. You've got the position of power. Do whatever you... Boris seems to be doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Fair. Yeah, we're not going to make it a political thing.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be political. Like I said, I don't have all the information, but I will act like I have the answer. That is what this is going to be.
Yeah. What would you do? Give me inspiration. What's yours? Because ruler of my own country, like I say, it just seems like a graft. And my goal in life is to work really hard so I don't have to work hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Like I do a fuck ton of gigs every week so that I can only do gigs. You know what I mean? So I'm in a position where I don't have to do anything else but gigs, because gigs are fucking easy to do.
Yeah.
When it's all you do. You know what I mean? The only time stand-up's really hard is when you've got a fucking... You're working till 6, you've got to be in Stoke for 7, and it's 2 hours away. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's when it's like...
It's literally getting there is half the fucking battle, isn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, I suppose I'm saying this as someone that's only experienced that. I'm sure there's other parts of stand-up that are quite difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm being
like
very
actually
ignorant.
Entertaining people, maybe you should try that. Oh, shots fired, man down.
Yeah, you should probably not come for the person that you...
Yeah, I'm business partner.
Yeah. Business partner. Okay, good. I like that. I like that title. That's nice.
Friend.
What's your... yeah. Demoted. What's yours then? What's your country?
I was asking the question.
What's the fucking...
I didn't have an answer.
You don't have an answer? Have you not prepped an answer?
Sexy cowboy. I've not prepped an answer, no.
You've not prepped an answer? Okay.
I'd go with Cuba.
Okay, why?
Sunny.
Okay, good, yeah. So Spain.
Rum,
okay.
Cigars.
Okay. Anything you'd change?
I should probably change everything. Everything, but like you said, that sounds pretty
I love
hard.
how you've only thought about yourself. And same with me, to be fair. But there's like so many countries where like women are mistreated. You know, LGBT communities fucking really mistreated. Like you can't come out as gay in some countries, which is abhorrent, as we all agree. If you don't, please stop watching. We don't want you. But we're just going, no, I'll go Cuba because we've got a bit of rum there. You can become the ruler of your own country.
And sun.
And the sun's there as well, my bad.
Don't even know why I want sun. I have to wear fucking factor 50. I literally just burn. I go white, red, reddy brown, white again. I never get that nice tan.
Reddy brown.
All
right. It sounds like an Aldi Weetabix. Like Aldi Ready Break. Fucking hell, I put that up. My God. Well, I was trying Aldi Ready Break. Never mind. Did you ever have Ready Break?
No, I'm not a sex offender.
I've got right. Never mind. Right, I've got a question.
What is ready, Breck?
It's like porridge, but not as minging.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like childish porridge.
So what's childish about it? They put a dragon on the box.
No, nothing like that. I just wouldn't eat porridge, but I'll eat that. And it's because I've got a palate of a 9-year-old boy. I'm
the other way around. I'd eat porridge. Well, I don't know what the fuck. Do you not like porridge? Porridge can be sick. No. Some berries and shit.
No, I'd be sick if I had porridge. That's
some berries, some bananas, bit of honey.
Right. This is okay. I've got so many opinions.
I am the picture of health.
No. If a food has to have stuff added to it to make it nice, it's not nice food.
Okay. So you're never going to eat rice again?
You can eat rice and it's not going to make you gag though.
Plain rice is but pasta.
Okay, pasta's sound.
On its own, plain. You have to add sauce to it to make it nice.
No, I do. But the point is, without anything else, porridge is horrific. Pasta on its own
is dog shit also.
It's not great, but it's edible.
The difference between porridge with nothing and pasta with nothing is you have to chew fucking pasta. And if you're not getting any flavour, that's a lot of work with no reward. I'd rather have porridge, mate.
Okay. We're going to have to agree to disagree because I think you're a dickhead. I don't agree at all. I'll die on that hill. I don't think, you don't have to add anything to chips. You can just eat those.
Yeah, you do. Salt. Have you ever had chips without salt? You literally have to add shit to everything.
I don't know, when my mum makes me the chips, they just come salted. She doesn't do my food. Imagine, I've moved out now. That'd be really weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, knocking on the door. They're cold. Eat them.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. I'm not. I've forgotten what it is. No. Okay. So, what would you do if you had all of Jeff Bezos' money? You're not Jeff Bezos. He's just the richest man on the planet.
Jeff Bezos, the Amazon guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the richest guy on the planet. Yeah. What would you do if you had all of his money?
Give it to charity.
What?
You had to go at me for not being political before. I'd give it to charity. What the fuck? I just wanted to see your face.
I mean, give some to charity. Don't be a prick. You know what I mean? Like, give a 10 or 20. I don't know. But
well, he spends his money building spaceships and that. That's what he does with his extras, doesn't he? Build spaceships. If he's got the resources to build spaceships, I'm going to build the fucking Iron Man suit.
You're going to build an Iron Man suit? You or for someone else?
For me, and I'll fight crime.
Okay, good. You need a fucking strong suit to get you off the ground.
Fuck off, it's doable, mate. If he can get a giant cock-shaped spacecraft into the upper atmosphere, I'm pretty sure he can get me off.
Tony Stout over here.
Tony Stout! Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a fat cunt in cosplay.
No, it's Robert Dumpy Jr., that's who it is. Sorry. I mean, that was a tap in. I'm sorry. But it was. What sort of. Hang on. I feel terrible about that. I do.
Does he fuck?
Okay, so you're building an Iron Man suit, but he's already, he's patented that. You need, what's your superhero name? You can't call it you can't be Iron Man.
Gold Man. And I'd make it out of gold.
Oh, there's a lot of Jewish people with that name. I wouldn't bother. I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? But they've also patented that.
Here comes Goldman.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to work. You weren't expecting a follow-up question, were you?
I think it'd work. I think. Well, let's be honest. I had a choice there. If I want to be a crime fighter,
is your suit going to be gold? Is that why you?
Well, that was what I was going for. Yeah, I wanted to be better than iron. Be gold.
Not so slender, man.
I have no rebuttal. I'm literally taking all these shots to the chin, but as soon as I've got the millions and I've got that outfit,
you're going to kill me. What sort of crime would you fight? Because I feel like the sort of crime you think you'll fight are the ones you'll actually fight. I feel like you just hover above an NCP and wait for someone to not fucking...
You haven't paid your parking! Oh, fucking Goldman's out again.
Yeah, Goldman's out. Fucking hell, he's a knobhead, him. Fucking hell, he's arguing with somebody again. I was only 5 minutes. I don't give a fuck.
Littering. I'd stop littering. I think that's abhorrent behaviour.
Okay.
Yes, I would stop.
I feel like we don't really need you.
Do we need Jeff Bezos?
Well, no, but you're just another guy.
All right, I'll fight terrorism.
Oh, okay. By yourself.
Point me in the direction. I'll turn up, shoots invincible.
Well, the idea is that they go unnoticed a lot of the time. Like, no one's boarding the flight. They know he's going to, we're treading on fucking thin ice here, I think. But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't know it's going to happen. We can't point in the direction. Oh, yeah, can you be at these coordinates for 12, lad? Because we feel like it's about to go down.
I know, yeah.
You just try and be in every crowded place and be like, yeah.
Fly into ground zero, like, too late.
Yeah. yeah. You were already saying how you wake up late all the time. You'd be like, oh, soz lad. Turn up a bit pissed.
Yeah, it was a bad answer.
I think that's the plot of Hancock. We're just talking about the plot of Hancock. It was
a really bad answer. I have seen Hancock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact, I have seen the movie Hancock.
Okay, good stuff. That's what you'd do with all of Jeff Bezos' money. I would pay the producers of Fast and Furious to stop. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
You're not a fan of the franchise? No.
Enough's enough.
Oh, man.
In the first movie, they steal TVs. In like the fifth, they're fighting they've got like jet planes and they're fighting the US government.
Well, yeah,
like,
the Rock's in it. If the Rock's in it, it's going to be good. On paper,
yeah, because the Tooth Fairy doesn't exist. I mean, that argument's collapsed on itself. Like, every movie the Rock's in is just solid gold, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, he had some hiccups in his early career. Post shaving his head, all the films before he shaved his head and he had that receding hairline, like the Tooth Fairy, were a bit dog shit. As soon as he shaved his head in Fast and Furious, that's the Rock we all know and love. That's the Rock that raps. Do you know what I mean? Dwayne the Rock Johnson. But I disagree. I think that's not fair, because I think that's a very personal attack on Vin Diesel. Because the only thing you're going to do by cancelling the Fast and Furious films
is put him out of work,
which is very sad. Because the only other fucking thing I can think of that he's done is voice a CGI tree in a Marvel movie. I don't think he's done anything else.
Oh, well, what was that?
Guardians of the Galaxy, do you know Groot?
Oh, sick.
That's Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
The voice of Vin Diesel, yeah. And the only line he says is, I am Groot.
Amazing.
Over and over again.
Amazing.
Yeah. Even the baby Groot is also Vin Diesel.
I mean, his whole brand is just wearing a wife beater and a cross. That's it. That's his whole thing, isn't it?
And saying the word family.
yeah. Salumi familia, you know what I mean? You're from fucking California. Yeah, man. I'd pay the producer of Fast and Furious to stop. I'd buy the best queue on 8-ball pool.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Win that fucking 8-ball pool game. What is it? Is it just on fucking iOS or something? Like,
it's
on
just a little Apple phone. We don't have to talk about it because you're going to make me sad about myself. Sometimes I have things. It's my downtime, and I'll load it up and I'll play a little game of 8-ball pool.
When you say a little game, how many hours do you lose to this?
A day, or it's a good hour a day, I think. When we're talking about how we can't get out of bed, it's because I'm playing 8-ball pool.
And what does this special cue get you?
It just means that I can hit it a bit harder. Listen, I didn't judge you for wanting to become Iron Man, you fucking...
That's exactly what you did, just judge me.
I did do that,
and pull it apart. I've got nothing to say on that. I think it speaks for itself.
I think if you have that much money, you can get away with just like punching children in the face.
But why would you want to? Is the question.
Fuck off. You've never wanted to punch a child in the face?
I mean, specific kids in specific situations.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to go around just windmilling kids.
Boom, boom. Like the way some fucking scallies punch wing mirrors off cars. Bam, bam, bam.
No, I mean, like, let me paint you a picture. You're in Nando's. You've paid for your overpriced chicken and chips. You've paid for your experience. And there's just a kid screaming the gaff down a foot away. Tell me you can't fucking rock that kid's jaw. I would give the dad 100 grand. Because if I don't want kids. If I do have them,
would you take 100 grand to let someone punch?
I'd get him to do it again.
Suppose if it was justified, like that, then possibly. Or you're on a plane, the kid won't stop screaming.
Yeah,
we're really selling ourselves on this episode. Yeah, I'd swat a kid in the mouth as well, lads. Yeah, give me the millions, we'll do it. Yeah. Won the national lottery, have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go Nando's.
yeah. Yeah, I've really not thought it through as if I'd be in Nando's if I've got billions. Yeah, because I'm just keeping myself grounded.
There's no kids in fucking Salt Bay's restaurant, lad. Let's go there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, fucking fair. I'd pay off Beth's student loan. And
it's very, very
Admiral.
sensible.
Admiral, that's the car insurance. So I'd pay that off as well. Admirable. I'd pay off her student loan and her car insurance, and then I'd buy a Domino's the remaining 30 quid.
I thought you were going to say I'd pay off her student loan and her car insurance, and then I'd make her pay me the monthly fees directly.
No, imagine Admiral Prime. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I'd get someone to put glitter through your letterbox every day.
As long as they shout surprise when they do it, I might like that. Might get me up in the morning.
Yeah, someone knocking on, there you go, and just put it in your hand.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that. I think another thing I'd like to do is I'd try and break every Guinness World Record that doesn't require talent or athleticism.
So most of them.
Yeah. So I'm talking like make the biggest pizza.
There's one for like the longest ever recorded podcast, isn't there?
Let's do it right now. I know let's not.
Yeah, it's on an hourly rate.
Hourly rate.
Yeah, and cameras overheat too. That's been like every time we've recorded a pilot, the camera's overheated and fucked off. Like, so I don't. We'd start out with the best intentions. We'd get an hour in, and fucking Sony would be like, bye.
Yeah, and it just happened to be the best thing in the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Usually I was saying it, and then it just go off. So speaking of fucking rounding up podcasts and coming to an end, let's do the final section.
Oh yeah, okay. So do you want to tell them what the final section is? Because I'm not being the fucking infomercial for this all.
Yeah. I wanted you to take that responsibility from me.
Yeah. Did you really? Well, no, actually.
Well, the reason of this podcast, the reason we call it Spread Negativity, is that we think there's too much fucking positive shit on social media. Everyone's all about spreading the positive.
But carry on.
No, but everyone's like, this is my best life. I'm living my best life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all positive. And I think it's important to highlight the negatives.
Yeah. For sure, man. Like, I genuinely, like, it sounds fucking,
chest.
It sounds gimpy. You know what I mean? It sounds a bit eggy for a fucking podcast title. But I've never posted anything negative online except, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll die on my arse on stage. I had a great time at the fucking Birmingham Glee.
Yeah,
like,
living my best life.
Yeah. Because you just, like, that's just the way we are. It's the way we're ingrained. Like, you take a picture with your missus and you're like, oh my God, absolutely love being away with her. What you can't see behind the camera is when she was like, get in the shot. You know what I mean?
The argument
like,
you had about not wanting to be in the photo.
Yeah, like you just want to go for your fucking meal.
Yeah.
And she wants to take a picture of it. Oh, that sort of shit. You're just sat there starving. You can't have it. So everyone's just constantly trying to put the most positive things about themselves out there. But we're pretty fucking miserable, aren't we?
Oh,
we have pretty fucking negative lives, and we're going to tell you about it. We love a moan, and we've got a segment here. I realise I've just fucking took over. I'm big sauce about that.
It's all right, mate. Tag me out, tag me in.
You are quite happy
as long as you tag me. On social media. See what I did there? A joke about tags.
At Spread Negativity Pod. Yeah.
You can tell shit jokes as well. Bad jokes.
Yeah, okay. Stop it. So the segment at the end of the show is going to be, it's just called Off Your Chest, and we're gonna bring something every week, and we're going to fucking rant about it, and we're going to try and make it funny. And if you've got any that you want to share with us as well, please email in if you want to have a little rant, you want to get something off your chest, because there's nothing better, I think, like, just if something happens, just fucking ranting about it.
Yeah,
like
100%.
How often do you get in the car, someone's pissed you off in Tesco, and you ring back immediately? This fucking rat. You know what I mean? It's just, you've got to get it off your chest, and I think that's sort of where we're going with it. And if you want to email in, you want to get something off your chest, spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Yes. Anyway.
What do you want to get off your chest, lad? I'll let you start. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Right. My missus, right.
You want to get her off your chest?
No, if anything, it's the other way around. No, she's got a cold this week. She's got a cold, and it is. I don't want to worry her. It is a cold. Like, we've done a gazillion tests. Because imagine she's got COVID. You just learned it. She's got it right now.
Just a cough. It's just a cough.
No, she's got a bit of a cold, and she's milking it for all it's worth, right? Which doesn't sound like a big deal, but you don't live in my house, right? And she's become so self-centered, and it's making me upset. Do you know what I mean?
Like, that's your job in the relationship.
Yeah,
to be the self-centered
absolutely, yeah. Because I'm the guy that goes around crying about shit. Do you know what I mean? That's why she doesn't do a fucking Spread Negativity podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's she's just making noises while she walks around the house. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's the worst, isn't it? Like, just what? Do you know what I mean? You just trying to fucking go into, oh, mate, it's doing me. I did. And the other day, right, I'm not fucking kidding. I pulled my back out, right? Because I'm 25 now, and I just stood up off the sofa and pulled my back out because, you know, it's what happens.
I did it sneezing the other day.
And she said, are you pretending you've pulled your back out to deflect away from me being poorly?
And the answer was yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, she's right.
I
But the fucking audacity to suggest that. She was absolutely spot on, I won't lie.
Yeah,
but,
attention on me now, please.
Yeah, but mate, I was like, how self-involved can you be? Yes, but fuck off.
I'm struggling to back you up on this play because I am Beth in that situation. I do just like feel dead sorry for myself, and I do like, I'll just be there, I'll go, like just from turning over just because I want someone to be like, are you all right? Rebecca hates me when I'm ill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said to me though, she goes, because I'm the same really, like I am just pissing around. Like it's really tiresome when she's like, because you just like, for fuck's sake, just sit down. You know what I mean? But I'm the exact same. And if she had a podcast, she'd rant about me being it, but she doesn't, so fuck you. But I'm the exact same. But the thing that annoys me is she goes, when you had your wisdom tooth out, you were the exact same, as if that's the fucking same thing.
It's not really comparable,
Someone
is it?
drilled me head. I said that to her. I was like, someone's drilled my head, babe. And I was eating super noodles for 2 weeks. And you're going, the exact same as when I have a tickly cough. Go fuck yourself. It's not the same. And mate, I was so heated. She did it last night. We were coming back from the fucking roast. I have a word roast, which was fire, by the way. And she was like, because I was saying to her, I was like, oh, you feel better now? You've got out of the house and stuff. And she was like, not really. I still feel like shit. And I was like, fucking hell, you need to get over it. It's been a week. And she was like, you were the same when you had your wisdom teeth out. Go fuck yourself. It's not the same. Like, I feel like I should be sat on my deathbed. Do you know what I mean? And she'd be like, stop fucking moaning. It's only a stroke. You know what I mean? And you're like...
It's the same as when I caught my nail in the back fence.
Yeah,
like it's fucking comparable.
Yeah, man. Like, she can stub her toe, and it's the same as when I had a fucking mental breakdown. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, she's got no filter with it. Anyway, what do you want to get off your chest, mate? I needed to say something.
I hate Bitmoji.
Okay, that's very different to mine. Okay, good.
I don't understand why it exists, Bitmoji. I understand emojis, why you need to convey emotion with text messages. They can be misconstrued. It makes sense to me. Why the fuck do you need a cartoon character of yourself?
Yeah, no, I get it. I do get it. It's the worst because I don't have Snapchat because, like I said before, I'm 25. But that's pretty much the only time it gets used. You can use it on iMessage, right?
I see it on the thing that's making me say is I see it loads on Facebook. People will, instead of posting a status like I've just text, people will post like a colourful background with text on it and then a little Bitmoji of them like all happy and that.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I think it's overly positive. Like, it just makes you look like a bit of a nonce, in my opinion. Cartoons are for kids, says the guy who loves Spider-Man. My own argument's falling apart.
What was you about Jeff Bezos' money? I'd live my childhood dream. And you're like, it's just for kids, fuck off.
Yeah, I want to be Iron Man.
No, I do get it. The thing I thought when you said that, you hated the fact, Joe, when you like message someone on Snapchat and it comes up that they're typing, and then they click it and they just like the Bitmoji appears like, hi.
Yeah, he's just a creep. I just find it that creepy. I think the worst use of a Bitmoji I've ever seen ever, and it's a bit dodgy here, but I seen someone posted like the status goodbye, which is fucking, that's heavy shit.
That's heavy.
It's very heavy. It's like, holy shit, they're gonna do something irreparable, unchangeable, but they did it with a Bitmoji background. So it was
I've just thought of the worst joke in the world that I'm not allowed to say.
Either say it or tell me after.
I really want to, but no.
So the text said goodbye, but the Bitmoji was crying, right? The Bitmoji was crying, and the water from the tears of the Bitmoji was filling the square that said goodbye, but there was a cute little rubber ducky bouncing on the water. And I was like, what are you trying to convey there? Is this a cry for help, or are you just trying to highlight how cute that duck is? I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know how you want me to feel. Fuck Bitmoji.
Yeah, no, I get it. I feel like someone's near suicidal attempts has made you only focus on the Bitmoji. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you are, I'm not saying that's what that person was doing, and if they were, then I hope they're okay. You know what I mean? And I hope they sorted it out. Okay, good.
They are okay.
But all you've taken from it, Their little fucking, what's it called when you write a letter when a suicide? Their suicide note was you going, fucking hell, you could have shown us a better background for that. You know what I mean?
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to call for help? Do you want me to get the police to do a well-being check?
Tell me how to help you, yeah.
Or do you want me to click like because there's a cute rubber duck in it?
They put their suicide note out and you're like, fucking hell, we could go to the park tomorrow, babe. I'll go get some bird feed and we could feed the duckies.
It's mixed messages. It's mixed messages.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do get it. If you are gonna commit suicide, be honest with yourself. No, please don't. Please don't do that. I feel like
what a better way to end the first episode of the Spread Negativity podcast.
Killing my career. What career? What am I talking about? Like I've got one. I'm working tomorrow. Yeah, fucking hell. No, I do get it. Bitmojis. How fucking privileged is your life though, and mine, I guess. Like, because to be fair, in the pilots we've had some pretty fucking deep ones that we've wanted to get off our chest, and they will range from, this horrible thing that happened and fucking, oh my God, Beth fucking put too much butter on the toast. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be there's going to be no scale. You know what I mean? But can you have too much butter on toast? I don't think you can, but
I'll let it slide.
My point stands.
I thought you were going to say you're the expert on butter. But another fat joke.
I mean, to be fair, no one's putting too much butter on their toast because you've drank it all.
And there we go.
Scene. Yeah, it's good, that one. Really proud of myself with that one. But no, what I'm saying is, like, how privileged is our lives that that's the thing we want to get off our chest this week. I feel like actually, I thought I saw a guy's suicide note, and it's just made it all about me. Like, you self-centered prick. You and Beth would get along really well. I don't think I'm needed. Beth can do this next week.
And I can't defend myself. Just another white guy with none of the answers, but
all of the opinions. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. Should we wrap it up? I think we should. I think it's imperative that we do.
Thanks
Genuinely, thanks so much for listening. If you've got this far, then we really do appreciate you. Like, it's a bit clunky and we're figuring it out and we're dead new at it, but we've worked really fucking hard on it, and this is I really think we're gonna make something good of it. So thanks so much for sticking around. We appreciate you, and it's gonna be every week. There's gonna be a new episode every single Monday. First one, I mean, today's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, babe.
I love how we've made the anniversary we should have with our partner now about us.
Yeah, you've given me an excuse to not spend money. I'm very happy about it.
Yeah. Because it's going to get to Valentine's Day every year, and you're going to be like, it's the 1 year anniversary of the podcast. Where is my present?
I mean, I'd say I could still get her a present in a car, but I don't have to take her out.
Yeah.
But I'll just use the podcast as, I forgot.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, thanks so much for checking this out. We appreciate you taking a punt on it. And yeah, like I say, new episodes every single Monday. So please do have a little. Why I do this on stage every time? I fucking get to the end of the set and I'm like, follow me on.
Just redo. Just rewind. Redo. It's fine. You can cut that out.
I could cut it out, but we're going to make a point to not cut anything out, which is why I couldn't say the joke I wanted to say. But yeah, thanks so much for checking it out, guys. We appreciate you, and hopefully you enjoyed it.
Thanks, Mum.